to our VIP groups as well as our friends list, right? So that's what I do. It says, it is permitted to have a Facebook group of your own and use that as a platform to send customers, recruits to your Younique parties. It's also permitted to respond to postings in a buy and sell group where a potential customer posts a comment about Younique products. Okay? So, that's straight from the horse's mouth. That's Audrey at Younique Compliance. So we'll go to the next slideshow here. Okay, so who? So who are you going to add to your buy and sell? Okay, so you're going to add your family, your friends, your clients. Now, of course, you're going to give them a heads up on this, right? When I did it, what I did is I just posted on my Facebook wall actually and said, hey friends, I just started this new local buy and sell group. I'd love for everybody to join. You know, you're welcome to sell your wares, like buy, sell, business posts are welcome. And I posted my link. And I said, and if you're already my friend, you're on my friends list, I've already added you. If you want to be removed, please let me know. So then what I did is I also approached other admins from Facebook buy and sells, and I would PM them and say, hey, I just started up a new local buy and sell. Do you mind if I post in your group? Some of them I didn't PM first. It just depends. I mean, you kind of get the feel from the group, right? But that's how I got a lot of people into my buy and sell. And at first it was kind of like a slow ball moving, but now it's completely snowballed. So what is it? So it's a place for everyone from local and surrounding communities to come and basically share their wares. And it's done by creating your own Facebook group. So it's simple. You set it up as if you would set up like an old school online party. You just make it a buy and sell. So where do you do this? So you do it in a Facebook group. You create it as you would an online party. Now, what I suggest when it comes to naming it, mine is called Waterdown, Freehold, Carlisle, and surrounding areas. What I suggest for you guys, if you're going to set one up, is I suggest that you put as many names of cities. What I tell my girls is, you know, if you're in Kitchener, you know, put Waterloo. Like if you're in a city or a town, look at like 5 or 6 of the really big cities or towns around you, depending on your location. And then put those names in the title. Because what it does is when that person from that certain little location types in that their town, if that name's included in your title, your buy and sell is going to pop up. So it makes you even more visible rather than people that are just looking for like a watered down group, for instance, right? It gives more of a chance of you know, popping up in somebody's search. So when? Immediately. I say immediately. Never a better time to start than now. It takes a while, like I said, to build up, but it's relatively low maintenance, which I'll get to in a minute. And this is why I do it, okay? Networking, friends, clients, trust, value, and like I said, low maintenance. Yes?
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you accept white presenters?
Yeah, that's my do's and don'ts.
No, she doesn't.
I did at the beginning, and you know what? After talking to a few people, they suggested that I not, and I agree with them. At the beginning, I did add my team. I do have some fellow leaders that are friends of mine that are on opposite teams, and they're in there. But it's kind of like nobody overposts. But you still have to kind of guard yourself. It's your business. This is your baby, right? So you want to make sure that your blood, sweat, and tears, and your time that you're putting into this, you're getting those potential clients. You're getting those potential Y sisters, right? Because if other Y sisters are in that group, they have the possibility of getting them, right? So, can you just go back for a second? Okay, so networking, thanks. Sorry. Networking. So what I do is it's helped me get friends. When somebody asks to be in my group, and I set it up so I'm the admin, I have to approve everybody that goes in there, okay? And so when I get a request to join my group, I send that person a friend request. By the way, I mostly only add females to my group. And I'll go into that later, as well as spammers and stuff. But I send them a friend request, because I figure, hey, you want to be in my group, you can be my friend too. And you know what? A lot of times they will actually accept my friend request, even though we don't know each other, because I'm the admin of the group that they want to get into, right? And then I'll send them a short message, or sometimes they'll message me and say, thanks for the add to the group, right? So it's added friends to my list. It's also, when you think about it, added a potential 5,100 friends or clients or Y sisters to my list without being on my personal page, right? So you get along with clients, you're also building trust. So for instance, I'll post maybe once or twice a week in there. I don't overflow it, and I keep it sharing and not selling. It's done appropriately, and with doing that, I'm building trust. I'm not shoving my business down people's face. I will also jump in there like maybe once a month and just ask like a simple question like, hey, does anybody know where the best sushi place in town is? Or do kids at, Allie Mae Greenleaf have a PA day on Friday, right? So that also shows people that I'm interacting in the group as well too, and I'm not just there basically like hawking my Younique wares, right? And like I said, it's relatively low maintenance. So we'll get into how. So you create a Facebook group. You want to make it closed or secret, okay? By keeping it closed, you have control of who you allow in, right? If it's an open group, that means anybody can join. And let me tell you, there's some pretty messed up people out there, and there's some pretty bad spammers out there. So you want to keep them out of your group. You want to add all your friends. I wrote a description introducing myself. Hi, I'm Tiff, Thrush, your local lash lady. I set ground rules immediately. So I do not allow car seats to be sold. I do not allow animals to be sold or posted unless they're lost or stolen in my group. I made that very clear. Other than that, I say, this is a buy and sell. Everybody's welcome to be here. Businesses are welcome to post. Just basically where all adults can conduct themselves as such, right? I don't want to have to babysit because I don't have time to babysit. No mama or no drama mama, like I don't have time to babysit. So do's. So advertising your personal wall, local groups, etc. Tell everybody that you started this buy and sell. Like I said, make it a closed or secret group. That makes it's also within compliance. Plus it's a group that you've created or you name yourself. Okay? Do use the block button. As you can see here, Victoria Kane looks pretty much like Kate Winslet to me. Now, if Kate Winslet wants in my group, I'm all for that, but I don't think that's Kate asking me to be in my buy and sell. We've got Zoran. You know what? I find most of the time if you can't pronounce their names, that no offense, but they're usually spammers, right? You'll have like Jane Doe, you'll have Yin Yang, and if you take the time just quickly, even just to go to their profile, a lot of times it'll even say changed his profile picture, but it'll be a picture of like a girl out of a magazine or something, or a model, right? That's not somebody that I want in my group. That's somebody that's either probably going to paste porn all over the place or Ray-Ban sunglasses. I don't have any interest in that. So also make sure that you and only you are the admin, okay? So like I said, this is low maintenance. I'm not in my group every day. I've had messages. I get messages sometimes where people are like, Tiff, it's been like 2 weeks. Can you accept me into your group? And I'm like, sure, no problem. And I'll go look for their name, make sure that, I allow other people from direct sales companies that I don't want, 1,000 Avon presenters. I don't want 1,031 presenters. I want like a good mix of people. So I take the time to just go through their profile just really, really quick to make sure they're legit a person and that they're not in direct sales, that I already have a lot of presenters from there. Like I said, set boundaries, rules from the get-go, okay? Make sure you make yourself perfectly clear. Like I said, recently I had a couple people message me, and this is the first time that's happened, where, oh, this person sold this, and they didn't wait for me to get off work, and this and that, or how long am I supposed to wait? And I just said, look, guys, I said, basically, like I just said, we're all adults. I'm so happy that you like to participate in the group. I'm thrilled that you're all here, but we're all adults. Let's conduct ourselves as such, okay? If the person doesn't do good business, then don't do business with them again. I can't hold a gun to their head or their front porch and say, give me back that bike because Sandra wants it because she's whining over Facebook Messenger now, right? Also, too, if the same people are messaging me, then guess what? I just don't even open the messenger. That's a great thing about Facebook Messenger, right? If you don't open it, you can just act like you never saw it, right? So don't make it an open group, okay, against compliance. don't add any other of my sister or like team members, okay? I explained why, right? Like I said, at first I invited, I had some of my girls on my team, and I have some other leaders from other teams, but honestly, nobody really posts in my group. I think it's just kind of a mutual respect that everybody kind of understands. And don't get caught up in micromanaging. Like I said, if somebody messages you, or they've been whiny before, or, you know, pardon me, I'm sympathetic to people, I'll try to help them. But if it's gonna be the same thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, just don't do business with them, or don't you know, block that person, right? So, I don't know how much time I have left here. Probably talk really fast. Can I talk really fast?
I thought you could take a.
Oh, you want to take a
People should get snacks.
Oh, okay. Everybody hungry? Who likes food? I like food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've only got a couple slides here because I didn't know.
Lunch is already getting connected, another hour.
Okay, so let me just do team meetings. I have, okay, well, I have a couple, I'll just have 2 slides. I'll just do this really quick. So, I was going to touch base on team meetings. So, you know, how do you do team meetings? Why do you do team meetings? Stuff like that. So, you know, you can do team meetings in person. If you're not all local, then Skype used to be a great one, but now we've advanced to Zoom conference, which is awesome. You can have, I think, up to 30 people join. So I have a lot of my girls in my front lines are actually up in the Northwest Territories. Now, providing that their Wi-Fi or their internet's working is a different thing, but it makes great to get together and put a face to a name and get to know people, right? You can also do phone calls as well too, and I like to do a bi-weekly online event called the Hump Day Huddle. So, which is Karen's brainchild actually. Yeah, you gave Erin that idea, and then she gave it to me. You came up with it. You're so smart. Don't even know. So it's a chance for everybody to get together to be a part of something. Time and time again, I get told, you know, how excited people are for every second Wednesday. We usually have between 50 and 80 people join. And it's an open training. If you're on my friends list, I will invite you to the Hump Day Huddle. We usually pick one topic, we talk about that. It's a series of graphics, maybe a live video. Sometimes I have a co-host, so it's an opportunity for everybody to share and learn ideas. Like I said, it brings a human element to our business as well too, especially when everything's done online all the time, right? And also too, with an event, people can comment, you can answer questions back and answer questions as they come. And I think that's, oh, one more. Okay, so yeah, team meetings. So Hump Day Huddle, so it's every other Wednesday. I keep my meetings 1 hour or less. After about a minute or an hour and 15 minutes, I hear crickets. It's bedtime, right? A lot of people have kids. I do it at 8 p.m. Ontario time. You know, I invite all Y sisters, like I said, it's open to all. Regularly have co-hosts, so it's nice just to kind of get different perspective, right? And it's also good too, because think about it, when you're asked to co-host something, doesn't it make you feel good? Doesn't it make you feel like, yeah, I got this, like,
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about, or somebody believes in me, right? So do that for your team. It doesn't matter what status you are, like if you have a small team underneath you, have a meeting, but ask a couple team members or team member to co-host it with you, and you're gonna see their confidence go right through the roof. And then of course have a Q&A period after. So that's kind of just a quick little snippet on team meetings, if you guys have any questions. I didn't know how much time I would have, so I only made a couple slides, but that's generally what I do. Yes, sir.
For your team meetings, is that like you're saying all of us can join in on that, or?
Yeah, if you're on my friends list, I invite everybody.
Like, I invite, we're not on the same team.
We're pacing
But
orders.
I bump my people in there.
So you're saying, sorry, on your personal Facebook, or you prefer on your?
Add her as a friend today and you can join.
Yeah, and then you'll get invited to the event. I do a separate event, and then I invite everybody. Typically, what I do, actually, the event's a great thing. Like if you go on your computer, you can go to your event, and it'll show you your past events, and you can just go to invite, and it'll say you click on your past event, and it'll say invite all, and everybody who's ever been to any Younique online like Hump Day Huddle automatically gets added. Because when you do it through your phone and you're going through like a list of 1,000 people to add, and you have your personal friends who aren't in Younique, you don't necessarily want to add them to your team meeting, right? It can be quite time consuming. So that's one way I like to do it. But yeah, send me friend requests and you'll get an invite. There's one next Wednesday. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you.